my channel. You play by my rules. You see, reactions ain't just a word around here, and we ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. Yeah, that's right, folks. Welcome to Pitching Grenades Renegade Reactions, where shit's about to get real.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pitching Grenades Renegade Reactions. Today we're going to dive into a song by an artist that I have never reacted to. It was a request from one of the Hangover gang. They wanted to hear some Nova Rockafeller. Now, if you're thinking, wait, I know that name. Yes, you do. That is Tom MacDonald's old lady, who also raps and also writes pretty well, I might add. But the song we're going to cover is called Lost Girls. And it's a song that bleeds truth for every forgotten kid who had to raise themselves out there. This one isn't about fame. It's about survival. It's about growing up too fast, too hard, too unseen. Nova doesn't just tell her story. She tells our story. The scars, the cold nights, the ones you never made at home. This is raw. It's real. It's one of those songs that kicks you right in the nuts. So let's step into Nova's world of lost girls, lost boys, and the fight to not give up. This is Nova Rockafeller, Lost Girls. Let's see what you got.
We were meant to do much, kids in a system that nobody loves. Sitting in bus stations, sun coming up, nowhere to sleep, so we need to find drugs. All we had was us screaming, don't give up. Barely 15, but we had to grow up. Arms full of cuts and nobody to trust. How can you have dreams when you're us?
All right, so you can feel this one in your bones right at the top. Nova paints a picture of kids' society thrown away, no bedtimes, no safety nets, just streetlights and survival instincts. How can you have dreams when you're us? That might be the most heartbreaking line I've ever heard Nova write. It's not self-pity, it's the reality of being born without a map. Every lyric sounds like a scar that's telling a story so far.
I was always singing with the lost girls. They're running from the cops, seen a lot of girls. Can I crash at your house? Nowhere to go, girls. Now the escorts are overdose girls.
That hook cuts deep. It almost sounds like a diary entry sung from the backseat of a runaway's life. Nova not glamorizing it, she's remembering it. That "Can I Crash at Your House" bar hits harder than any other bar. It's teenage homelessness wrapped in a melody. And when she says now their escorts are overdose girls, she's not judging. She's actually mourning. Those girls didn't choose this. They endured it.
Oh, things will sell for a little more liquor. Ooh, now you're homesick for a place that you've never known. Ooh.
Damn, you're homesick for a place that you've never known. That is pain in poetry form right there. Wow. Nova's voice really cracks into nostalgia for something she never had: a normal life, stability, warmth. Is that ache you carry when you've built your whole adulthood out of broken pieces and you're still searching for a home in your own skin, basically.
All we know is climbing fences in the dark. And all we know is growing up was way too hard.
Damn right. Growing up was way too hard, man. That line there hits different. Growing up was way too hard. It's not exaggerating. It's a confession, right? I mean, we all know it. Nova's capturing that kind of childhood where you didn't get memories. You got survival skills. Raw, it was unfair, but it was real. And the way she follows it with "Don't Give Up" turns her pain into a pulse. She's telling that younger version of herself to keep breathing and, keep moving forward. Ain't nobody perfect, but now she widens the lens here with grief, guilt, acceptance, all tangled together there. We miss who we lost in the park. It's like a graveyard memory almost. And then she flips it with brutal honesty, saying perfect people that we aren't. And I just said that there is no perfect people. I mean, really? That's the punchline for life for the broken. Imperfection isn't failure. It's survival. Remember that. hmm
Nowhere to go but found someone to boo. Someone got drugs, so tonight it's the moon. Got no one to be and got nothing to do. Barely 15 when we dropped out of school. No one to care, nobody to call. Wearing whatever we steal from the mall. Lost a few on the way, paint their names on the walls. I swear that it wasn't our fault.
See, every line here drips with guilt and defiance. She's not glorifying the crime. She's explaining survival from the the thought process of someone that is homeless or in the street. Paint their names on the walls is a eulogy for lost friends, a permanent reminder that kids shouldn't have to become ghosts before they turn 18. That's a fact. You can hear the exhaustion in every syllable she's saying. It's not anger. It's more like grief turned into rhythm.
I was always hanging with the lost boys, the random from the cops, the lot boys, the out there selling rocks, popping off boys. Now they're doing drugs, so they got shot boys.
They got shot, boys. Nova right here, flipping the verse, the perspective. Same struggle, different faces. Now talking about the lost boys. The mirroring, of course, of the lost girls. Tragic, how predictable it really is. The cycle just repeats with different names, different sexes, different races, same pain. The way Nova delivers this feels like survivor's guilt almost, like she's still carrying those ghosts on her back all these years later.
Oh, the things you'll do to make time pass quicker. Now you're dope sick in a highway motel alone.
Damn, see, those two lines could destroy you if you lived that life. Dope sick in a highway motel alone. That's not just a lyric, that's an obituary for innocence right there. Nobody doesn't need metaphors here. She's showing us the loneliness that comes after the party. The come down, it never ends.
Ooh, all we know is climbing fences in the dark. And all we know is growing up was way too hard.
See, the first half of the hook here feels like a whole movie scene almost. Climbing fences in the dark is such a vivid metaphor for survival. You can almost picture it. But and you can also almost see like the streetlights flashing past, kids running from something towards absolutely nothing in the distance. And then growing up was way too hard. Ain't got to tell me. It lands like a sigh, not a scream at this point. It's Nova's voice cracking under the weight of remembering everything it took just to make it out of there alive. I think it's that mix of fear and pride that only the lost would or could ever understand. The second half of the chorus feels heavier this time, like a ghost story echoing itself. That "don't give up" refrain hits different now that we've seen where this whole story is going. It's not a slogan, it's a prayer. Every repetition is like another heartbeat trying to keep going. That's heavy. Man, that hurts. The way she raps rebellion and grief together in this one is crazy. We miss who we lost in the park. It almost sounds like an old Polaroid fading out in the background of your mind, if you can picture that. And then she follows it with the defiance, barely 15, but we had to grow up. As survival turned into attitude, pain turned into armor. And that's not anger, that is endurance. What she got right there. Oh, see, the closing montage just devastating here, looping back to the start like trauma replaying itself. The overlapping memories, the whispers of youth lost to addiction and neglect. Cinematic, but it's gut wrenching too. Nova's voice here sounds like the last candle in the dark. It's not about pity, it's about remembering. And those lines are proof that survival isn't pretty, but it is powerful. All in all, great track. Like I said, my first track from Nova. I'm sure there'll be more. Final thoughts. This track isn't about being lost. It's about what you survive when nobody comes looking. Nova Rockafeller delivers a pure truth wrapped in nostalgia and pain. Lost Girls is a story for every broken kid who never got a fair shot, but still found a way to keep breathing. So if this one hit home for you, drop a comment for all the lost boys and girls who made it, or, for the ones that didn't. I will include the link to the original video down below. Please visit Nova's page. If you did enjoy the song, give a like, give a comment, give a subscribe. Well, I got you here now. If you haven't liked this video and you're still here, you should like it. You're still around. You must think it's okay. Also, hit subscribe and hit the bell. If you hit the bell, you won't miss any of our upcoming reactions. Going to be tons and tons of great stuff coming up. I promise you. Hit that subscribe. This is stuff you don't want to miss. We'll see you back here next time, folks.